Hi, I'm Tom Griffiths. I'm an assistant head teacher of a two-form entry primary school in Solihull. In terms of my teaching background, I first was a teaching assistant back in 2007 before I qualified in 2009. While my early days of my career, I was a Key Stage 1 teacher. I'm now up in Upper Key Stage 2. Which I love. I'm maths lead. I've been maths lead for many years at my school, but reading for pleasure is a particular passion of mine. It's led me into blogging, which I've been doing now for over 2.5 years. It's been an amazing way to get high quality texts into my school. So one idea for growing a reading for pleasure culture in your classroom, my advice would be book talk. Just needs to be lots of chatting about books. If you're somebody who's not quite sure what children are reading at the moment, get onto social media, especially Twitter, and follow lots of great people who are talking about books to upskill your subject knowledge. That's where I'd definitely start. One thing I love to do as well is I get my children's thoughts or their book reviews and I tweet the author, and it's so lovely when we get a response from an author. I print them out, I'll put them up in my classroom, I give a copy to the child as well to take home, and they are absolutely buzzing from it. So, and then it encourages them to keep reading and wanting that communication with an author. So it makes them really proud. Okay, so one thing that a new teacher needs to avoid, I'd say this is probably going to be quite a common one, but don't lose your class reading time off your timetable. That reading time is sacred. It's really important to have a class read right from day one. The children could pick it themselves, but you need to be reading every day with the class. It is a brilliant way of bringing the children together, developing empathy. It's one of my favourite times of the day. What is one thing I wish I knew when I first started teaching? That it's okay to have a never-ending job list. I think you will never complete all your lists. For me, I've learned over the years to have lists of like a to-do list for the day, a to-do list for the week, a longer term one. It just means that I can compartmentalize my thoughts and what I need to get done. And then it stops me stewing as I'm going to sleep, and then I manage to get a good night's sleep. So yeah, that would be my thing I wish I'd known. And then lastly, my book recommendation, I'm going to cheat. I can't pick one. I could barely pick the ones I've picked, but I've got The Songwalker by Zilla Bethel. Her book, The Shark Caller, is one of my favourites of all time, and The Songwalker is equally magnificent. It made me cry at the end. If you're upper Key Stage 2 or in Key Stage 3, looking for some scares, it's got to be Jennifer Killock and her Dreadwood series. Fairground I absolutely loved. But she is truly amazing at combining the horror and the laughs. If you're going for fantasy, lower Key Stage 2 and upwards, it's got to be for me Podkin by Kieran Larwood. 6 books in, and I am just desperate for number 7 because it is truly amazing the world that he's created there. And then lastly, I didn't have Front Desk at Home with me by Kelly Yang, but I have got her newest one that's just come out, called Finally Seen, and I just feel Kelly's books must be read by everybody. Amazing books to develop empathy with your class, and I think especially with her books being censored in America, it just shows even more why her books are so powerful and important and must be read by everybody. So they're just a couple of recommendations that I would make.